Live! Welcome everyone to another episode of
all
Nanteleod's Legacy. Oh,
We all have to do.
okay. I was like, am I getting feedback from my own voice? I thought it was Bert for a second. So we are playing Pendragon. The year is 502. It's our 6th session in this year. Welcome to War Goes Slower. War never changes. Let's go ahead and meet our friends. We'll start with Yampa.
Yampa. Back playing some Rune as always. The Dread Knight, hopefully at some point, maybe some land. But yeah, happy to be back.
Happy to be back indeed. Wergar.
Hey guys, Wergar here, playing Sarkalis, and glad to be back and ready to see how this campaign is going to turn out.
Well, if we know anything, Bert's going to fumble, I think. That's what's going to happen. But we'll see. But look,
Well, you've already
got a preemptive advantage for you, Bert. I don't know if you saw that. So
I did.
we will go to Sir Draximus. Drax.
Yeah, Drax, Rain, supply officer. See if I don't die. Probably will die. Cormac probably die.
Wouldn't that be sad to be the supply officer and that's how you die? It's like, what happened? It's like,
That
the box
depends.
fell on me. It was really high.
Well,
I
yeah,
was
but
pulling
maybe
off
I'm.
the stack.
Yeah, maybe I'm
Or my
doing
ACL
some heroic
was bad.
lifting, man. Yeah,
No glorious death, but you will get some extra coupons out of it.
yeah, yeah. Coupons.
We're all
See
about
what
the
we get.
coupons over here.
I hate coupons.
That's fair.
I actually do too.
Yeah, same. Well, now that we've bonded over that moment, we'll go to Bert.
Bert, I'll be playing Sir Cormac, who is not long for this world. It's a battle. He's gonna die.
I think he is.
He's
I
the
think
longest.
he's going to suffer for a very long time.
Bring it.
I don't think he's meant to die. I think he's meant to be one of those guys that just lingers. Like-
Eternal suffering.
Eternal suffering. Yeah. We'll see. And the worst part is it's all been dice so far to decide how bad that goes. So
Yeah.
Let's see if the dice continue to punish you.
What did I do?
It existed.
I don't know. You just, you chose a Christian character. It looks like you're getting the Job treatment here. So,
You're
Yeah.
on pagan with your relative.
we'll go to Trent next.
Hello, it is me, Trent. I'm playing So Good here. And to be fair, the last time you got owned, you did throw your weapon away in the middle of a fight with a veteran knight. So, arguably, there's some responsibility there to be had. But
That was really cool.
it was fucking really cool.
That's fair. And we'll go to our guest next, who's back for week 2. Liam.
Everybody, I'm Liam. I'm playing Sir Percy, the Black Dog, as he comes and helps the Welsh forces out here. I'm very excited to be back. I had a lot of fun last time, and I'm looking forward to continuing to make everybody incredibly nervous around me.
Nice. All right. And well, I multitask very poorly. I'm Bob. I run this game when I'm not multitasking poorly. Sometimes I multitask poorly while I'm running the game, which is what I'm doing right now. So we will dive in at this point. We are in the middle of an invasion. This group is from Wales, and they're invading the Midlands of the island. So let's see where that goes. Give me 1 sec here, guys. I'm just gonna do one more thing before I lose track of this. I'm basically just trying to save myself pain for later. This is gonna have to happen in this episode, anyways. Okay. Let's go over a quick review, and that music is so quiet. Let me make sure my sound's good. Here, 1 sec. Was it coming in clearly for you all?
Yes.
Your voices were nice and crisp. Is that better? Because I just noticed my voice was at like 33%.
It's a little louder.
It's a little louder. Yeah,
Is it better or worse?
it's about the same. It's just a little louder.
Probably better. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if anyone
Yeah.
should be slightly louder, it's you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
On the
Okay.
stream, it sounds better. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's dive in here. You'll note a number of things. First and foremost, if you zoom in a bit to the county of Lambor on that map, we can go through the details. And I'm going to turn
My
the music.
goodness, there's details.
There is details. Hold on. We require music first. That is not good enough. There we go. It's a little bit better. Okay, so let's talk. So when you guys last left off, you had taken Lambor Castle. This is going to be the staging ground for the rest of the invasion up into the rest of the county and then into Pendragon. So the good news about Pendragon is most of the areas, like the key castles, everything you want to take is in the southern part of Pendragon. So basically, getting through northern Lambor clears the area for Pendragon and seals the deal in the campaign. As discussed, this is the edge of the Forest Sauvage, and so the goal or the strategy is to avoid that at all costs, or at least not. Maybe not avoid that at all costs, but not needlessly throw soldiers into a blind and treacherous terrain.
Yeah.
Now, I got to do something about that. The music's coming through on both of my views here. Give me one sec.
Also, if any of my ramen slurping sounds come through the mic and I forget to mute myself, please let me know. I'd rather not subject you all to that. I haven't eaten today.
Okay, we'll have to see if that's going to be a pain or not. I have 2 Roll20s open, so I have a GM view and a player view to show the screen. Unfortunately, that means double the music. So we'll see if it falls out of sync at all.
I usually mute the browser tab.
Yeah.
That sometimes
Yeah.
helps, but if you're on like Chrome or something like that, it'll mute all of them though, which is not helpful.
Yep, sure did.
Bummer.
Yep.
I thought there was a way to just say, for me, don't play this, but maybe I'm thinking of Foundry. I mean,
there is under audio video, but I'm not hearing anything, so.
You should be, but you probably mute it. Audio video, there we go. How about none? Nope, not seeing anything there. That's all about. Hold on. Master volume music. Aha. Aha. Now I don't hear either.
Yep.
That turn off the music for everybody?
No, I can still hear it.
Well, why would it remove it for both? This is stupid. I quit. Oh well. We'll deal with a tiny bit of the 2 musics coming out at different time. It's fine. We have gathered once more. Let's go ahead and dive in. Welcome in, Lady Magdalene.
Yo, you're back.
All right, and then I'm gonna pull open one more document, and then we're gonna get started, boys. Let's do this. So, we're gonna give you all a battle roll to start. Just a general.
All right.
I hate rolling battle. I don't know why. I always get nervous rolling battle.
Because it usually leads to bad things.
I passed.
I did not.
You guys all fucking suck. I don't know. Roll this.
I'm a supply officer. I don't have to worry about battle. What are you talking about?
Find me some wheat.
Right? My word.
We have a request for some salt. Anybody know anything about that?
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be involved in the supply lines too. He's like, we need more salt. We don't have enough.
And Rain is just pulling his hair out, having to deal with that.
Okay. So, for those that succeeded on the battle test,
Collis and Gwydir.
yeah. Carlos and Gwydir, you learn that there's actually roughly about 9 or 10 castles spread out throughout Lambor. Only 5 of them, aside from the one you're currently in, Lambor Castle, you're aware of, which means the others are likely either hidden by terrain in the mountains, off the trails, more likely in the forest. That's kind of the current scenario. Now that would account everything that would be considered a fortification, from an old natural, what are they called, like earthworks enclosure, to like a Mott and Bailey. So it kind of covers off that whole concept. All right. So that's what you know. Anything that you want to do with that information, call us or Gwydir.
I think Gwydir, I think he's sort of actively refraining from making decisions about what's happening here, because this whole thing is being done very patiently, and it's all he can do is to just like sit there and vibrate.
Oh, is that killing you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he hates that. The only reason he's not yelling about it is because it's Nanteleod who's told him to do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, he'd be like, "This is a fucking stupid plan. Why aren't we killing something?"
Okay, so let's talk about this. Again, who had a battle of 15 or above in the squad? Not passes, but who has an overall battle of 15?
Collis.
Carlos.
Collis and Gwydir.
And Percy?
Percy also. Percy is a battle of 19.
Ah, okay.
Fancy.
I got here from somewhere. I had to work for it.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. Effectively, those just named, you're brought into a war room conversation with Nanteleod and folks. The general strategy is this: Nanteleod is concerned with the obvious place to siege is Leicester. It's a castle, it's a Mott and Bailey, and it's kind of a major town as well. Sieging it will pretty much control the roadways and the pathways through Lambor. But there are a number of known castles that surround Leicester. And they are also relatively close to the tree line. So the forest, the unknown of the forest, presents a problem as well. Nanteleod is proposing a siege of Leicester, but a prolonged one. While Leicester is being sieged, other forces will storm through the nearby smaller castles and claim them, so that there's no ability to harry the siege of Leicester. So his main force will siege Leicester, and then there will be smaller forces sent to the castles that surround it, specifically the ones near the river that you all can see. So the Castle of the Oaks, Castle over the Hollow, and Sorrel Hill are all targets here.
And are we being requisitioned for the main force or for some of the smaller forces?
For the smaller forces, for the first part. So we're going to go through where each person will be.
All right.
We'll start with the most bummer of the group, Sir Rain. You will remain in Lambor Castle, overseeing the supplies.
Yep.
Yeah. And the supply trade. Your orders are thus. Should there be any sign that they are harrying the supply lines, you're to send a message to King Nanteleod, who will be leading the siege of Leicester, that's taking place. From there, you're left a little bit of grounds to deal with it as necessary, whatever that might look like. It's kind of your discretion.
All right, understood.
So, Sir Collis, you have received your first command. You're to march the furthest north out of all the groups to a place called Sorrel Hill, where you're intended to conquer Sorrel Hill. You'll be given a retinue that's comprised mostly of the mountain men of Nanteleod's folks, with a small contingent of knights. Who else do we got? With so Percy, who else is over 15? 15 or above? Call us in Percy, right?
Good ear.
And
Good ear.
Goodyear.
Goodyear's 15?
Yep.
Okay. So Goodyear, you'll be assigned to Castle Over the Hollow.
Kiduk.
You'll be leading a smaller force, predominantly knights from Estragales. Your cousin Cormac will be with you.
Hey!
Oh yeah.
I like that guy.
I don't want your luck with me.
Speaking back to Collis and Sorrel Hill, Sir Rune, you are assigned to your cousin, Sir Collis. How do you feel about that?
Let's conquer in the name of the king.
Okay. I want you to test a proud versus a love family.
That should be
proud
rather. That should be rather simple.
Okay.
Or-
I forgot you were so low on proud.
Yeah.
I would assume closer to 10 and 10, but that's fair. Did you choose modest as your primary? You're famous? You must have to be a 16.
Don't remember. Yeah, well, probably. Yeah, it's still at 16 from the start, so probably.
Yeah. Cool. A piece I forgot about. But yeah, no problem. You like you said, let's conquer. No issue. No beef that your dad was, this great banneret knight and you're being assigned to your cousin. Like, this doesn't phase you the way many would be bothered by it. So, that leaves Sir Percy. So, Sir Percy, you're going to be assigned to Castle of the Oaks.
All right.
Yep. You're going to be leading one of two contingents there. The other contingent is Leo de Grant's. So they will complement the primary force, and you're augmenting that with your mercenary crew.
Leo de Grant sounds familiar.
Yes,
Have
indeed.
I served with him before?
I don't think you've served with him. If I recall correctly, you've either met him or you know him by name. I believe you met him.
I think I've met him. He sounds familiar.
He's the king of Cameliard, which is just to your in Gales, just to your
That's
west.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember him. We met him on the pub crawl, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yep. You certainly did.
Crawl.
Yeah. We had a feast crawl one session. It was like
It's such
Fi-
a good idea.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Set. I remember that.
yeah.
It was
That's
fun.
about
It was a
it.
good time.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
right before everything went to shit too. It was great.
So you can give me an intrigue on this Percy, just to do a little bit of fact finding about Leo de Grants.
You love me so much, Bob. You keep giving me these intrigue rolls, and I get to show off my pretty number.
Yay!
Okay, so Leo de Grance is about a middle-aged knight at this point, played by Sir Patrick Stewart. He so he's just losing his hair at this point. He's kind of known as a valorous knight, but he's also pretty prudent. He's a bit laissez-faire with the people of his land, and so there has been threats. You remember hearing about threats in Lambor back during Uther's time of mountain raids, and you remember that there was a duke here in Lambor a long time ago. That duke went missing and is confirmed dead, or unconfirmed dead rather. Like it's believed to be dead.
Missing, assumed to be
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I meant to say assumed. So
I gotcha.
They're not confirmed dead, but they're assumed to be dead. Unlike Corneus and others who've popped up, they haven't. So high likelihood. That duke has no heirs. As far as Leo de Grance himself, he only has a daughter. No sons at this point.
Interesting.
Don't say it like that, Liam.
Yeah.
Why did Liam? Don't, dude.
Don't.
To the little girl.
No, relax.
That's not what Liam meant.
No.
Mr. Regent, guys.
That's what makes it funny. Liam is the sweetest, nicest person in the world.
I love playing bastards, though. I really do. Anyway. Okay, cool. That's very good to know. I will do my best to make a good impression on Sir Leo here. I want to make sure that he sees that I am vital to the effort, and that the Black Dog's a good ally to have around.
Okay.
Who knows? He may be hiring you next.
Wouldn't that
Or
be
you might
lovely?
a traitor and get paid by someone else to switch.
Whoa! You think I do this for money?
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly,
That's cute.
I think the mercenary does this for money.
So what a bold accusation.
That's exactly what he wants you to think, though. That's what I think.
That's right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with some vignettes here, folks, as we move into Conquest. I'm going to change up the music. We're going to dive in. Let's see here.
This guy's paying attention. Let's kill him and his family.
Paying attention is clearly a very dangerous thing to have in this setting, though. I mean,
He knows too much.
There are two things that you need to know. One is that the king is right, and then two is that God is determined the king, right? So if you're paying attention, it means that something is going wrong somewhere, which means that either God or the king is faulty, which is obviously criminal.
yeah. It's really just, it's best to be like Virgil. Just don't think too hard. He was happiest when he wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
But he also had less stuff when he wasn't thinking too. He's got
Having
a lot
an
of stuff
intrigue.
now.
Having an intrigue above 10 should be a criminal.
Yeah. I think some, gosh, what was it? It was like something called like a cultural revolution or something that I think was based upon that premise exactly.
Right. I mean, every High King that this land has ever known was killed by intrigue.
That's a good point.
No,
Can't-
the evil one got burned in a tower.
Can't be defeated in battle. Can only be defeated by wormy little men worming their way across the dance floor.
Hello, my God.
All right, so we're gonna kind of start south to north here as we go, and just see what this looks like. So we're gonna start with some battle rolls. I will do Leo de Grance and the opposing rolls, as well as Nanteleod. So start with Nanteleod just to see how that's going. Because again, their goal is to more or less play a very prudent siege. So given that, he's going to have a battle roll minus 5 versus opponent.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So things are going as planned in Leicester. Now we move to Castle of the Oaks with Percy and with Leo de Grants. So
Wonderful. May I test a passion, please?
you will. I will warn you that the passion will not be renewable for basically for until an overnight occurs or something like that, right?
Yeah. I have a feeling that it won't be as applicable in the moment-to-moment stuff. So I'm okay with that.
Sure. Absolutely.
Oh, so close.
Shame.
Let's get that bread.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Black Dog's a good guy to have around.
Okay. Yeah, this siege is going pretty dang well. And with your battle of 20, I need to know, Liam, is Percy in the thick of the fighting, or is he commanding from behind?
Where's Leo?
Leo is prudently within the thick of the fighting, so he's not recklessly charging up front. He's got a nice honor guard protecting him, and he's moving methodically through. But he's not first up on the ladders. He's waiting for the siege to open the door. He's leading the forces through the gate.
I think that's where Percy will be too. He'll be close enough to show that he's a fighter. You know, he's willing to fight, but also God will protect him from anything that's too dangerous. But he needs to be seen up there at the very least. So.
Okay. And I'll take 2d100 from you, good sir, if I could.
Ooh, all right. Love 2d100. That's an 8 and a 45.
8 and a 45, you say? Let's see how this goes. Okay. Okay, so there is actually an opportunity. There is a... you see a knight, looks like a mercenary knight, but not of your unit. And you see him pull a dagger, and he starts for Leo de Grants. And it's like, you're, just with your positioning, you happen to be right in the perfect place for it.
Yeah, I want to get him. I want to save Leo.
Okay. You can. He doesn't see you, so just tell me what you're attacking with, and you won't have a contest here in this case.
I think he's going to roll sword, and he's going to go for a very clean decapitation, right in a position where it's obvious he was about to be on Leo.
Okay. In that case, you're looking for a crit, my friend. If you wanna get the head off. Otherwise, it's gonna be something less dirty,
less dramatic. Yeah. Am I still impassioned? Probably not, right?
Yes, you are for this round. Yep.
All right, my odds are good then.
Okay.
Hey!
All right, give us your damage. Let's just make sure the head comes clean off.
Not good.
It's okay. You got crit damage too, though.
That's true. 9.
Yeah.
What?
Well, gonna be.
I'm an old man,
huge.
you guys.
Oh, yeah.
This will happen to you too.
Oh, my character will be dead long before that.
Never happened.
Let me see here. I don't think I have the crits pinned on here. Crit
Oh
pinned
no.
damage.
Do I not have? Just do 46. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, we laugh about it. I've rolled lower on 66.
Yes, you have, because you rolled basically all ones.
Okay, and then it's 15. He's gonna topple the ground. I think what happens is his armor does get in the way of it a bit, but it's still like enough damage where he's just basically kind of like bleeding out from the neck. And he's on the ground. So he's Do you want to run him through?
Yeah, I'll finish that job.
Okay.
Oh wait. Actually, I should test something. The answer's gonna. Actually, am I famous in it? I am. I have a 17 cruel. Yeah, I'm finishing this guy.
Yeah. So you run him through. Any descriptors you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think he'll just boot on the guy's chest and then sword through the neck, and he'll turn around and smile to Leo, and he goes, "Careful there, my lord. You're more important than to die out here."
I think it's one of those things too dramatic. Like everyone in his honor guard turns to you, in the rear guard, like turns to you like you're the threat. And then they see the man bleeding on the ground with a knife like just out of his hand, and it's it becomes very clear to folks that you just saved him. So make sure you mark that 20 glory for the battle crit and 20 for the sword crit.
Very well, sir.
I guess whatever the natural is, whatever it is
Yeah,
before.
it's 20 and it's 19 and 20 respectively, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Percy is being screwed.
Things are
Yeah,
going
big
well.
old-
That's not a successful siege yet, but things are going well. So we're gonna move up to Castle Over the Hollow, and this is where we have Gwydir and Cormac.
Yes, it is.
Fun part.
I don't know about fun. Okay, so we roll battle.
We are gonna start with let's see. You Gwydir, you actually have battle, right?
Correct.
So it's going to be so you're going to be hamstrung a tiny bit, and that Cerdic is leading the main army, and he is not incredibly good at battle. He's not terrible,
Correct.
but he's not like Leo de Grant's. So King Derek.
He's a kid.
Oh no, not anymore.
No.
He's like 25 or something, 28.
Oh, really? He's like your age. Okay. I'm still gonna call him kid.
I succeed.
Hey.
All right.
I think
So
he's not that bad. He's his mind, more or less.
Cormac
Yeah.
and Gwydir, I need battle rolls from you both, sir.
All right.
Sirs.
I'm gonna give honor a shot here because I feel like it, and this is my first time, staging a castle, sort of doing some stuff. So let's see if Gwydir cares about such things. He does. Sorry, modifier is not 20. The modifier is 5 to bring it up to a 20. Oh, it's a 5.
Okay. Gwydir, I'll do it this way. So, we'll start with Cormac. Cormac, you take 5d6 damage, but your armor gets brought into this. And
Alright.
so 9 damage.
No shield.
Correct, because you're a failed battle roll. And that will be done.
Alright.
That will be done over four individual hits on you. So it's like nicks
Alright.
and bruises, arrows, stuff like that.
Concussion again.
No major wounds.
Exactly.
Gwydir is fighting at the front, by the way. He's probably, if there is a ladder involved, he's probably trying to
Yeah.
be first on it.
And so you are taking 5d6 as well, Gwydir, but you get your shield included. So 23 minus 16. Gwydir, you take 7 damage over 4 hits. So again, arrows grazing the armor, little nicks and bruises. This represents like a couple hours, by the way, of fighting. This isn't like 2 seconds or something like that. And then, are you guys fighting together? I assume so. Assume you're together. You kind of always. Cormac's always trying
I
to
am
watch Gwydier's
at
back.
his side, so
Yeah.
if he's first on the ladder, I am second.
I will take 1d100 from each of you then. in that case.
Yep. 95. That's my favorite.
That's fun.
61.
That's safer.
I don't know. Is the table weighted in any way? I think it's random, isn't it?
I think it
Just
is.
kind of random
I just know
ideas.
that usually the higher rolls are usually bad.
Yeah.
I could just be traumatized from my D1 honor roll a couple sessions ago.
Maybe.
How many kings do you think Percy's met in his time?
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, it's okay. What, 7 maybe? 8?
Let's see. I'll do the math. You focus on GMing. I'll get the answer to you.
So as the two of you go over the wall, it's not so much the raiding over the walls that's the big threat. You get over to the other side, and a number of the Estragel's knights that you're fighting alongside break rank to go rob, to loot, to pillage and loot. Rather, so
we
they
specifically told not to do this.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the moment they are like, the greed just takes the better of them, and they all just wander off. They leave you guys outnumbered. It's like you two and Sir Locke, and the three of you have to fight basically back to back to go through a wave of knights. Not ideal.
Can I orate to tell them to pull their heads in?
I think the problem is it's so chaotic. You can try. You can. I think it's more of, in this case, it's probably more of a battle to try and assume control of this group. If you orate with the direction of like, you also know that the part of the challenge is that these knights aren't under your command; they're under Derek, and Derek is still waiting for the gate to fall. Right?
Oh, right. They just come up with
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You do, however, have Derek's brother Locke with you.
Yeah. He's pretty cool. Maybe he can help out. So just battles, no passion.
Yampa disagrees. If you want to convince something from Locke, you could just go with orate then. If you want to be convincing, I'd accept that.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it that way. Yeah. Hey, pull your fucking people in line. The king specifically told us not to do more damage than we needed to.
Okay.
Still passioned?
Yeah. For this phase, yep.
Yep. Oh, Locke!
Okay.
The hell are you doing, Locke?
Yeah.
Get your people in line!
I was about to ask, is that actually how Gwydir approaches it?
Yeah, he's reckless. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'll look at you and he's like, "You're right." And with that, you see him move over to the standard bearer that has the Estragel's banner of Derek, and he like basically that guy's like set down the standard to loot, and he just like shoulders him, and the guy goes like flying into like a box and like breaks through like some wood, and he grabs the banner himself and starts to wave it, and a lot of the men well, let's see, Locke's a little bit better than his brother. Oh, and that worked. Weird. There we go. Yep, so it seems to be working. By the way, we're just gonna do standard, like, for Percy, you got 10 glory, not counting your crits for the first round. Gwydir, Cormac, 10 glory, not counting your crits for this round. Okay?
Okay.
Collis and Rune. We move to Sorrel Hill next. This one is an actual, like, earth enclosure, and it looks like it relies more on that. Like, it looks like a makeshift mountain bailey, but the natural terrain makes it like worse. It looks like it was I wouldn't say shoddy craftsmanship, but they sure lacked maybe an architect or someone that, you know, it looks pretty like good craftsmanship, really poor design. And say that's the way this is approached. If you guys want to do some intrigue tests, call us in Rune. Let's see if you understand why. Maybe you heard something. Okay. That makes sense. So, you know, Rune spends a lot of time finding out rumors. It's what he's done throughout most of the campaign. You find out that this is a natural earthworks kind of structure. The mountain bailey they built on it, however, was built by the commoners from the village. They got tired of being raided during Anarchy by people from the mountains and people from Camliard. So commoners built this place. Not a very common thing. Not a very common thing to hear about, but it makes sense given they're lacking their former duke, who used to kind of act as the count of this place as well.
So we can assume that it's also very, like, badly maintained.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's poorly. Again, good craftsmanship, poor architecture, poor structure in that sense. So I'm gonna give you guys a +2 on your battle rules because of Sorrel Hill. We'll go with Collis and we'll go with Rune.
All right. Sir Collis is going to impassion with well, has he heard any type of news from the previous castles of like their success or not?
Nothing yet. This is kind of all like you guys are effectively the way this worked is you march as one army and then segment it off as you reached each destination up the trail. So,
all right. Well,
yeah.
To not let his fellow swords down, he will try to impassion himself with Lord's Swords of Nanteleod.
And this is probably like, you know, if you reached Castle of the Oaks in the morning, let's say you reached Castle of the Oaks in like 8 a.m., you're at Sorrel Hill by noon. So, not very far away. This is all within hours of marching. It's a small little county and inside of a small little Britain. So. All right. And we need Rune's battle roll as well.
Thinking if I want to impassion, which I might. But I feel iffy about it.
It's fair.
I'll do it. I'll impassion with my honor.
Okay.
Or try to at least. Okay. Oh, that's battle. I mean, I just rolled battle by accident. Okay, never mind.
I believe in you.
I accidentally rolled battle and succeeded. I'm keeping it. Yeah. To be fair, I probably would have made you keep it if you failed. So. Yeah. Okay. So, battle it is. You things are going well for you two. Both of you are going to take 5d6 damage, but you get your shield. So we'll start with Collis. You take 0 damage, Collis.
Nice.
Your armor plus shield, you take 0. 4 damage for you, Rune. Everyone doing okay health-wise? Okay. And are you two fighting together? Or did you assign Collis, did you assign Rune to a separate unit or structure or command?
I would think it sort of plays out, Sir Collis keeps Rune with him, okay. But there's probably a mishap that happens, and Sir Collis pretty much just says, we're gonna take that section of the wall, and he'll keep Rune with him wherever he goes, pretty much.
Okay. I'll get a D100 from the two of you. $95 and 9.
That's similar to what we had.
Yeah.
Similar, but not quite. Okay. You guys have any family fighting with you here?
Uh-oh.
I think Cercalis would most likely have his brothers with him.
There could be 2 brothers on Rune's side.
2 brothers on Runes, 2 on Colossus?
3 on Rune's side.
3 on Rune's side?
Yep. So here's the 4th son.
Colossus, the eldest of your kin, has taken a major wound, is on the ground, could be dying. He was fighting on a ladder, and you see him plummet basically to the ground, land hard, and you see blood filling his armaments.
Cercalis will most likely have a section of the mountain men that are probably some form of, or well, probably the people waiting at the ladders that are mountain men. He'll tell them to go ahead and surge forwards as he tells his bodyguard, "Stay with me," and then he'll rush to his brother's aid.
Okay. Give me a first aid test.
Am I still impassioned or no?
Yes, you are for this whole round. When you impassion, you'll be impassioned for the scene.
Nope.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna represent this as this wasn't a test to see if you could help him. This is a test to see if you knew he was dying, which he is.
Okay.
And remind me what your religion is.
Pagan.
You're pagan. I don't think, given that case, give me 1 sec, guys. I've got a really annoying messenger popping up and ruining my game here. 1 sec. It's highly distracting.
Guards, seize him. Shoot him.
I know, I would. I
Find
could.
him and destroy him.
Seize
Find
him,
that
seize
messenger
him.
and have
Kill him!
shot.
Kill him!
That's why friends are the worst. Eh?
Friends?
That's why I don't like working.
Oh,
What are those?
What are those, eh? Yeah.
I don't like any of you guys, actually.
yeah, I mean,
I'm the only one here that's reasonable for you to say about.
Matter of fact, I hate all of you guys. What am I even doing? Who are you?
Whoa, whoa.
same to you, Yampa. Same to you and your weak arms trying to throw golf bags.
Is that like a saying? Or is
It's an inside joke.
Why you can't even get 6 feet on a throw?
Whoa.
I'm working up towards it. I'm saving it for Drax's golf clubs.
No, I would not travel with my golf clubs. I would drive wherever I had to go for it.
How are you gonna sit there and play golf in Puerto Rico if you're gonna drop?
Well, I wouldn't go to Puerto Rico.
Okay. Distractions are dealt with. do you remember? Is this your next eldest brother? You have an it's you, and then
Yes.
I'm gonna assume by order because you roll the one, one
I
and
think
two.
it's Edward, or is it Galter? I think it's Galter, because he's the eldest.
Okay, I'm gonna test some things. I give him some straightforward ones.
Edward is the next one in line. For you,
Edward.
that is.
I think so. Edward's always had like a good, solid sense of valor, and like he's always been brave. Like you haven't seen really another side to him. But in this moment, he kind of breaks from that, and like he reaches out to you, Collis, and he's like, I don't want to die, brother. I don't want to go. And you see like fear in his eyes for the first time. You've like probably since you were a child was the last time you saw fear in his eyes.
Question. Go ahead, where I go first.
What would be like an emotion to that?
He failed his valor and his honor. That's why this is coming out this way. So,
I love that. What would be an emotion for that? like somebody who is in the fucking military.
Because he is my brother, but at the same time, I've been on multiple campaigns and seen a lot of people die. So, does he really have that emotion?
I would test maybe. I would maybe test your valor versus your your valor versus your love family. Which one wins out?
Right. Maybe your family.
Okay.
Alright, I think this will be probably the only time that Sir Collis is broken, and maybe his voice like stumbles or he chokes for a second, and he'll say, "Don't worry, I have you," and he'll get off his horse and pretty much grab him and put him on a saddle.
Could I do something with this new information that has been given to us?
Yeah.
With my very high love family, I want to rush over before he gets off his horse. And I'll have my two squires start tending to Edward here. And I'll grab, kind of like turn Collis around and go like, focus, you're leading this. I'll take care of him. Go.
I think that you might intend to do that. I think you're a bit late to I think Collis is already there. So I don't think it makes sense that Rune intercepts it, but you can definitely jump into the middle of it now that Collis is started to tend to him. You can kind of intercept. I think it'd be a good scene. Collis, I'm gonna raise your love family to 16, and you are impassioned for the rest of Lambor with love family.
Nice. Then in that case, Sir Carlos will say, "Fine, put him on your horse quickly."
And he'll do
Yeah.
so. Or
If
at
it was
least one of his
anyone If it was anyone other than your cousin, you probably wouldn't have allowed. If it wasn't anyone other than Rune, you probably wouldn't have allowed. You wouldn't have partied to go do your job. But you realize there's duty still to be had, and you can trust Rune to help you. So that love family actually plays with you there. All right. We're gonna go. We're skipping you for one round, Rain. Don't worry, there's some stuff coming here.
All good.
Yeah.
That's a supply officer's job. You make sure everything's working just fine.
Actually, do you have stewardship?
I do. One of my
Why don't you give
hires.
me a test on that?
Okay. This is super important. So, no, I'm gonna let it go. Stewardship. Hey, it passed.
Oh, I forgot you were high in stewardship. That makes sense.
Yep.
Maybe this is the role for.
Well, I mean, it was from the
Yeah.
manage his own lands, but yeah.
Yeah. Be careful what you're good at, I guess.
Yeah.
But you learn that there's supposed to be, like, kind of going through the paperwork and the details. There's supposed to be reinforcements both in people and in supplies coming from Kyneton in Varensis and from Camliard as well into
keep me
Lambor
close
in the
to
next
him.
24 hours.
Yeah, just so I have them.
Yeah.
And do we have like scouts and stuff out? Keeping an eye on stuff. Thank you.
Do you want there to be?
I would have to have someone out there to keep track of who's coming and going. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna go back through round 2. We're gonna start with we'll go to Nanteleod first. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't roll for the opponents of we didn't roll for the Castle over the Hollow leader. He succeeds, but not as high as Gudir.
Fuck him.
And
10 out of 10.
Against Collis. Not as high as Collis, if I recall.
Nope, not as high.
Okay. So partial successes in both those, not failures, but the sieges are going well. So we're going back to round 2. We'll start with Nanteleod and his opponent, and then we'll move from there. Because it's possible something crazy happens in Leicester, which would maybe change everything. So let's start with Nanteleod. Ooh.
Nice.
All right. So success. So despite having just enough forces to kind of stage a siege of Leicester, like they really have a skeleton force for the size of Leicester, there's still been some successful sieges into Leicester at this point. So they are doing better than one would think. That will bring us to Percy and
Leo de Bronze.
Indeed.
Prepare for combat. Yeah.
Nice.
That could have been better.
But it's got to be together.
It's a success.
Ooh. Uh-oh, you guys are hitting some challenges here, my friend.
Snag.
It seems that Castle of the Oaks. Well, give me 2 D100 here, Percy. Let's see if we can add some value to what's going on here. Why did things take a sudden shift? Because you guys are now at a partial success versus the opponent's success.
86 and 50.
Ooh.
Somehow, a wet frog is involved.
Yes. Indeed.
These tables are getting funkier every day.
Title of your sex tape?
Sir Percy and the Wet Frog.
Sir Percy and the Wet Frog.
And this is which of the castles again? This is Castle of the Oaths, right? Okay. And I'm going to do one more thing.
Do it, Bob. I won't stop you.
I would if I could.
I should have, but I chose not to.
Okay.
Despair.
A surprise force of cavalry comes out from the tree line, kind of catching you guys off guard and making you fight effectively without the gate down. Your units are having to turn against the cavalrymen and fight to continue sieging the castle. So Percy, you did succeed, but you'll still take 5d6 damage with your armor and shield included. So 21 minus 16, you take 5 damage over 1d4 rounds. 2 rounds, you took 5 damage. So 2 different
That could be
attacks. Yeah.
Yep, that could be worse.
Yeah. Anything you want to do in this moment, now that you're kind of pinned in this weird, clever spot?
Yes. I think Percy's going to turn to Leo and shout, and he goes, "Focus on the siege. I'll see if I can rally my dogs. My dogs. Yeah, I'll see if I can rally my dogs and take on the Chargers. We can't fight a battle on 2 fronts like this."
Okay, so you're gonna turn against the opponent.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my guys focus on the ambushers.
Sir DMX. Like, I knew that was why. I knew that's why Percy back. Like he hesitated. Liam hesitated with that one. He knew that was coming.
Do I do the meme or not?
He knew that's what's my name was going on. Liam, I will
make me lose my mind.
Indeed. I will take another battle roll. Okay.
Much better this time.
Okay. Oh.
Fuck yes.
You managed to catch them off guard.
They were not expecting that.
Yeah. They're not expecting someone to be able to effectively mobilize, turn around, and countercharge them. I think that's what happened.
I read a book on tactics that are centuries old once. I got you. You're fucked.
Just once. Yeah.
Well, I can't read still, so
Played a
someone
lot
had to
of
read it
Total
to me.
Doing
Yeah,
your
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Charge the camera at the enemy. Cross your fingers.
Okay, so we'll address what that is in a bit. As you start to break the ranks, they immediately sort of re-rally and exit. There's no attempt to stay.
Nice.
All right.
Gotta save the
Blackest
bodies
of
for
dogs.
later.
Starts playing.
Rune.
Rico's Rough Riders.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, fellas.
Drop,
You want to live forever?
drop. Shut them down. Open up shop.
Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the next group in Castle Over the Hollow. This is Gwydir and Cormac.
Do I go for the chance of the old misery roll at the Love family?
I am.
You are? Okay, let's.
I'm
let's try
rolling
let's try
Love
and battle
family.
for it. All
To
right.
impassion
Yeah,
myself.
Good cry.
And I crit.
That'll work.
Okay. No!
Oh,
no.
for the first time ever.
Yeah,
First
I think
time.
my
Roles reversed.
yeah,
Welcome. Enjoy this.
Enjoy this. Do I just let it run and go mad, or do I fortune point it just down to a fail?
That is that is a question to be had. You are in command right now, but it's also a
going mad
Theriana.
is bad.
I think it'd be amazing if you go crazy.
As much as that would be fun, Trent, I will remind you too that you will, as somebody who has fumbled a lot of exalted or famous passions, you will lose a point of that passion as well, and that is not fun to get back.
That's
You
fine.
will gain 100 glory for it.
Yeah, you do get glory for it.
As someone who has fumbled a lot of famous passions.
Yeah. I think I'll spend. Just checking chat. Nobody wants to give me a reroll, do they? No, that's fine.
They're bitter about it.
Yeah. Not a proper roll. I think I will spend the point because being in command, like failing a love is fine. You just get sad, but fumbling is pretty miserable.
Okay.
Change. So that is a fail.
That will turn into a failure, and you've spent it for the year. Now you can go ahead and give me your battle roll. Bert, you can do the same.
Ooh, nice. I think we have to figure out. Let's see how this plays out, and then I'll determine what it looks like that I actually.
Yep. We're gonna start with 1d100 rolls for you and Bert, one each. See what causes this scenario. 70 and 80. You all with the even numbers here.
Because me and Gwydir are really close.
Yeah. Because it might not even be about you. It could be the rest of my family or something. You know, maybe it's like because I've got a really high loyalty to the Swords of Nanteleod, of which you are. Maybe it's like, where the fuck is the rest of my family? You are always here next to me. I'm like struggling here trying to win this goddamn battle, and you're always here, but the rest of my family are never. You know, it could be something like that.
Yeah.
And also, maybe we're talking about your fucking cousin who tried to steal Finnegan. I'm like, Finnegan is more family than that bitch will ever be. Probably something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Gwydir, you're used to not being in command. As someone that doesn't love patience, this sort of thing requires a lot of patience, and Estergales continues to fail you. You find out. Well, let's figure out what your opponent's situation looks like first off. Yeah, they fail too. That's a good sign. But you find out, you receive news, like just as the effectively you guys reach the gates and you ready the siege, you find out that King Derek took an arrow. And is currently unhorsed. And basically, when you guys are ready to open the siege, you're put in a bad situation where you're left effectively guarding the gate longer than you should because the command outside the walls is scattered as Derek is unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, right. We're waiting for the word to come through.
Yeah, no one's stepping up into command. Locke is out here with you, so the second in command is a little less clear, and they're struggling with that. And I think it's that pressure that makes you snap, and I think it's that pressure that makes Cormac take over for you in this moment. So what is Gwydir's? You try to invoke your passion to work your way through this scenario about your family. What is it about that backfires? Is it sort of?
I think that makes sense. So maybe what happens, because I did pass my battle roll, I just failed my love family.
Yeah.
So I think what happens is maybe Gwydir goes to take over from the king, because he's like, we need to fucking keep moving. We can't just sit here outside the gate getting arrowed and attacked and shit. And then he's like, Cormac, you take over the shield. I'm going to go take over the army. And then, and in that process, it's like, he's looking around trying to find help because he's like all of a sudden thrust into the situation. He's stressed, he's frustrated, he wants to be moving forward, and he has to ride backward to get everyone else to move forward. And he's like, where is all my help? And he's looking around looking for his brothers or his cousins or his uncles or whatever, and there's just nobody. And it's like, always Cormac, but it's never anybody else. It's never like, fuck, am I carrying this fucking family myself? This is bullshit. I'm carrying the army. Fuck! You know?
Yep.
And it's just miserable.
And for Cormac, he starts to see that in Gwydir, so he steps up. He is always there for his family. Gwydir's always teasing him, but not once has Gwydir ever actively turned his back on him. Not once has Gwydir ever made him ashamed to be family with Gwydir. Whatever the fact is with his dad, who may or may not be alive now because of that half-brother he's got, whatever his half-brother has done, Gwydir has never been someone that he ever had to worry about whether or not he was loved. He's going to step up, and he is literally bodying groups of people. When Gwydir says, you take over this, I've got to go do that, Cormac goes into sort of an overdrive of, okay, boys, let's play. And he is the giant of Nanteleod in this moment. That hammer could be more massive. Couldn't be more massive unless he was an actual giant.
Awesome.
And I think that's the story that's going to be told after this.
Okay,
this
so
scene.
you both take no damage this time through for your successful battle rolls. You take, in Gwydir's case, exactly 16, so his shield protects him. And Cormac's... Oh, wait, do you not have a shield, Gwydir?
I wouldn't be using it, no. I'd be using my sword. Unless it's arrows that are hitting me, then maybe you could argue that it's useful. But
I mean, you
melee,
are in a siege. You will get arrowed a lot in a siege. Maybe you're fighting with a sword and shield. Unless you really want to be reckless. It's up to you, but, like, that's kind of the...
outside, because at the moment I'm running around commanding, we're not inside yet. Once he gets inside, he'll switch to his greatsword, but if we're outside, then... Or you know, if we're getting arrowed, he'll have a shield. I think he's sensible enough for that.
Okay, so we're gonna continue with you didn't get any damage then. So more importantly, they failed, so the gate is open and you are now flooding the town. You're close to a conquering scenario here. So in fact, a failure plus a high success like that, I'm gonna go ahead and call that conquered.
Good job, Cormac. You saved us.
Wait, what?
We win.
That's not right.
I know.
Bob, is that right? That's not right. That's not how that works.
Cormac can't win stuff.
Yeah, Cormac can't do anything
Cormac
right.
can't have nice things. We've been through this. It's not how it works.
Yeah!
Hey, Cormac. So this is conquered with a banner of Nanteleod. That's this one.
First ones to do it. That's the wrong. Castle of the Hollow. Yeah. First ones. Write it down. Send the messages. Since Gwydir is running the army right now, he sends messages immediately. He tells them to kill as many horses as it takes to be first.
Okay.
Spare the horses. We have time.
So Castle over the Hollow. We're gonna go to Sorrel Hill now. And it's back to Collis and Rune. Collis, reminder that you are impassioned with Love Family for the remainder of Lambor.
All right. And that +2 that we got was only for that first phase, correct?
No, it's still gonna. It has to do with their shoddy, commoner build setup, Mont and Bailey. Yeah, it's still pretty impressive, but no architect kind of hurts.
Let's see what we got. If that did it. I guess not. Try again. Alright, there we go.
And Rune, your battle as well, sir.
Seeing as the family is not being hurt, and I did an impassion last time, I'm gonna try an impassion the family, please. Okay. And then I'll...
Okay.
That's +7.
I guess that was my second one.
All right. So. Failed. Okay, you've breached the gate, my friends. But let's see what kind of action happens to you guys. Collis, you take 1 damage.
Alright.
Rune, you take no damage after your shield. So you guys are doing very well. As you siege, and then we'll take a D100 from both of you. Let's see if there's any sort of vignettes we can zoom in on you guys real quick here.
Uh-oh.
Complete opposite this time.
Yep.
Sir. Okay. As you guys are kind of closing in, Derek is rumored to, like, they think he's going to make it. That's kind of the scenario that you're getting. But you cannot find Sir Locke.
We got Derek and Locke,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Alice is in charge.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got
yeah.
the Breaking Nog.
I mixed that up. Yeah, Breaking Nog, right?
Yep.
Trying to think then. Yeah, the head of the Breaking Nog is missing. No sign of him anywhere. So the mountain men are kind of, even though you're like in, this is like post you guys kind of completing your activities here.
Yeah. Are we still? Is he still lost in the fighting, kind of?
No, this is like as things come to an end. They're checking the dead. They can't find him anywhere. This is like one of the sons of Brecken or whatever his name is. So, yeah.
He's just gone? He just disappeared?
That seems to be the case. Makes no
What?
sense.
How do the tribesmen look?
It's definitely influencing them. They look a little bit scattered as a result of it. Because he was like their commander here.
Does my marriage to one of their eye ladies have anything to play with this?
When you say that, what are you thinking? Give me a little
Like
bit more.
maybe they, maybe they're going like, hey, well, Rune is, accepted us, or like one of us into marriage. Maybe he can,
take over temporarily? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm not thinking like a complete takeover. It's more like, okay, now we're looking at this guy for like guidance.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, I think, to make a battle roll here. If you impassion this round, you can impassion. Or you already are impassioned, so you can add it.
And I'm assuming it's just flat 5. I mean, I'm already impassioned for the last one. Should I impassion again?
No, you're already impassioned. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Okay. Rune, I think they will accept your temporary command now that he's out of the picture. So it's like Collis has the force of knights. He's the high commander of this unit. You are a secondary commander.
And then I'll make sure that they're not looting anything or rampaging like Nanteleod ordered.
Right. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what were you gonna say, Collis?
Sir Carlos will say they can loot the dead all they want, take trophies, whatever they want. Just don't touch the common folk.
Okay. That is your command. We'll give you a tick on generous, but also arbitrary.
That's all right.
Happens.
Arbitrary is already ticked.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. We're gonna zoom back to Nanteleod and then to Leo de Grants, and then we're gonna go to Drax here. So
Hell yeah.
Nanteleod. So as expected, Leicester's siege is quite a feat. You know, it's definitely the most formidable of these 4 castles, and it's definitely has the highest garrison present because it's kind of like the major center of everything. Connects, as you can see on the map, it connects a major trail with the main road north and south. So north, south, east, west hub right here.
Should have brought the black dog with him.
Indeed. So
It would be very. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, they are continuing to contest, but they're doing pretty well in, like I said. This is according to plan. The plan was to make sure there was no threat in the nearby castles, to conquer them, and then presumably a consolidation of forces at Leicester. That would likely be the orders, but your orders were to siege, conquer, and hold until new orders came to you. Report back once you've conquered. Let's see what's happening in Leo de Grants' land. Leo and Percy.
Kicking ass is what it has been.
Oh, Leo de Grants is just not doing well in this. Like, well,
That's
but
all
he's
right.
not doing great. Does that make sense?
He's got his handsome boyfriend Percy to be covering his back. So
What you are, the
2D100
handsome
Leo.
boyfriend.
what was that, Bob?
2D100.
2D 100. 68 and an 81. Oh, has he muted himself?
Nope.
Okay.
The morale is kind of lowering a bit. With your men specifically, Percy. Like, this is supposed to be a short siege, and like, you've suffered more casualties than you thought. You're still not fully through conquering the place yet either. They are a formidable force. They have a better garrison than you anticipated. There were the cavalry that came to assist. This clearly was some kind of strategic point for them. What do you want to do to sort of re-inspire or ignore your men's laments and lower morale?
That's a good point. I wonder, are my guys the kind of guys that would appreciate an inspiring speech, or were they the kind of guys that would more appreciate action?
I think that depends on what Percy. These are the people that would have followed Percy till this point. So what would be Percy's normal go-to? Because that's what works with them. That's why they're following.
It's hard to tell because some of them follow for the reasons of belief, and some of them follow because they trust Percy is a good commander.
Let's
to get
say
them
this.
paid and get them through.
I think what they need is a sign of something changing, not someone pumping them up. They need something to change in this siege. It's tired. You guys start at 8 a.m. It's now moving into like the evening.
Yeah. I think in that case, we need to secure an actual victory on this battlefield, something that is notable, like a section of the wall getting taken, or some guys getting behind the wall.
Okay.
So I think Percy's gonna look at his options and like full steam it, push everything he has into getting that particular objective achieved.
Understood. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a battle roll -5 because of the complexity of it. That represents it's not gonna be an opposed roll. It's gonna be just Percy's roll here to see what kind of danger. It's kind of calculating the risk reward factor. It assumes you know the right target from your multiple successes in battles and just your famous battle score. So this is just a matter of, are you successful in you've sought the right target? Does this work out?
Yeah. All right, the odds are in my favor, but just barely. Let's see what we get here.
There you
That's a success.
go. Okay. And you end up kind of one of the ladders you've not used. You've been fairly prudent. Both you and Leo de Grants have been fairly prudent in your actions, and you basically take the remaining ladders and send them up the side and march your men start moving up. Obviously, this increases the casualties temporarily, but your men go over the wall. And I'm going to give you a new normal battle roll for the round to see if you can sort of more significantly overcome your opponent here. I'll even give you. Okay, perfect.
How much of a bonus do I get?
It was going to be a +5.
All right. Well, doesn't change the outcome at all then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does because you get a 40 or roll, so you'll end up with.
Yeah. He had already succeeded. This is another success, not a crit, but I think it's a doubly success. So there was some risk in this. What we're gonna do is say that did you lead from the front in this as well, Percy?
I think so. His men need a win right now, so I think he will absolutely take that risk to be present and to show face and bravery.
Okay. We're going to say that not only do you guys get up and over the wall, but you actually knock down one of the commanders in charge. You take him down.
Hell yeah.
You swarm him. You take 6 damage over 3 wounds, probably arrows and stuff. But with that, their commands started to falter. So I'm going to give Leo de Grants. We're going to kind of see. This is going to be the last battle, and then it's going to be camping overnight. So we're going to see if Leo de Grants, without the -5 now, is more successful here as a result of what you've done.
Very nice.
And with their unit going down, I'm going to give them a -2. Man, they're tough, though. They stay in it. But Leo... oh, that was Nanteleod, actually. Hold on. I'm going to roll for the right person. Okay.
Oh.
In this case,
well,
it's gonna change the tides, and with that sort of mismanagement, I think they're able to send the siege, the ram, right through the gate and start to break through. So we're going to call the Battle of the Oaks as conquered.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right. So with the 3 castles sieged, keep in mind you got 10 glory for each of the rounds we cycled through, plus any crits you went through, and then we'll work out the rest at a higher level because these are kind of miniature battles. You all are left in a position of command over the castles you've claimed. I'm assuming Collis, Gwydir, and Percy are are we sending communication back to Leo de Grants, who is currently camping out in Leicester?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You all receive a rider back overnight requesting 1/2 your force to return to come to Leicester, each of you. So holding a half garrison, effectively. in your
Gudia,
castle.
do you want to lead half the army back to Nanteleod? Or do you want to hold the castle?
Well, I suppose I should. If the king calls, I should go. I don't know. I can't imagine they'll counterattack this castle. I'd like to have a fight, I suppose. But we could both go, probably. Just leave this in the hands of. Well, Lack is. Which one of them is wounded? Lack or Derek or something? They can stay.
Derek.
There you go. He can hold the castle while we go and do some more fighting, eh?
Fair enough.
Onward!
So Locke will hold the castle then.
Yeah.
Okay. So Locke remains behind. What about checking in with Collis and Rune? So Collis, you learned this evening that your brother has passed.
No.
I love that little sad sound.
Ooh, womp.
I think since Sir Collis is impassioned with love family, I think he will be almost inconsolable, but he'll throw himself into sort of readying defenses for maybe a counterattack, and he'll grab Rune whenever he can. I've heard a word. Leo de Grants needs half of our force. Since the Breccia and I follow you, take half of them and answer his summons. I'll stay here.
Rune will nod. Kind of like thump on his chest and say, I'll take his body with me and I'll make sure that he's sent back to your home.
Sir Carlos will stay him. No, he's fine here. I'll send him back when I'm ready.
And then he'll nod again and he will go gather some of the men and go back.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna check in. So for Percy, Leo de Grants is going to assign a garrison of from his kingdom under one of his officers, and then insists like your unit and a quarter of his army marches to Leicester at this point. To Lear's castle, as it's known. Anything you want to do with that news? Liam?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's dead.
Liam.
Percy.
You guys are breaking up really bad for me. Sorry, I might miss my cue. Bob, do you mind if I actually leave the voice chat and jump back in and see if that fixes it?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just go to BRB, actually. Let's be BRB for 2 minutes, folks. We'll be right back. So.
Yellow.
Okay. Rune, you we are back, folks, by the way. Sorry about that. I didn't say that at all, did I? We're looking to close out the end of the night. Liam's having some technical difficulties, so we're just gonna kind of work with that. And Liam, if you're watching on Twitch, or if someone can let Liam know, we'll probably just say thanks again for joining us. Always welcome back for the next time we play this, which will not be next week, but we'll get to that We'll get to that in our closing. For now, I'm gonna zoom in on the next little piece here. Rune, remember how I mentioned that cavalry unit that Percy engaged and they broke off and evaded?
Yeah.
Yep. They are hitting you at night while you're traveling on the road. So
Great.
You got this, bro.
I need a battle roll.
Oh boy, it's great. That can I impassion with something?
Absolutely, yeah.
Justify it.
I'm going to impassion with honor this time, for real this time, and not accidentally roll battle.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh god, that still could go bad. That still go bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, all right.
Could be worse. Could be worse. You only take 3 wounds over 2 hits. We're gonna make it 1 hit. You only took 3 damage. So, you're riding, and then as you're moving past like a set of hills, this cavalry comes out from nowhere, and they ride hard to charge you. You invoked honor, so I'm assuming you guys turn quickly and meet their charge. Of course, you're with the Brickynog and have just a few knights, so you guys,
No cavalry.
yeah, you guys suffer quite a bit of, you're kind of like overrun in the process. But the good news is they don't linger. Once they pass through that first charge, they kind of continue on. It's like they're here to harry you. They're not here to try to rout your unit. They're picking off pieces, it looks like, and they continue to ride north from there. Their leader seemed like a very competent horseman. Unfortunately, you weren't able to go sort of toe to toe with him. Just the tide of the battle. So, one of your cousin-in-laws died in that from the Brickynog. So not a direct hit, but someone who cares a lot about family, it might be a little bit of a motivator.
It's a donor. Yeah. While we're marching, I'm gonna just tell them to, start looking for good branches to make makeshift spears to better be prepared for another possible cavalry charge.
Create some long spears in the case, makeshift long
Yeah,
spears.
kind of like pikes.
Yep. Okay. Drax, my friend,
Yes.
back to you.
Uh-huh.
Another stewardship roll. Don't worry, you're gonna have more than a stewardship roll.
All right.
Credit.
Grinning.
I am going to roll Loyalty Lord because this is important.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Man, look at that.
Yeah.
Do you have it ticked?
No.
I'd say for a 14, I'll allow you to tick.
All right. Appreciate it.
Low passions sometimes are easier to get a chance at.
I've lost them
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
years.
But you're also like doing his business for him behind the scenes when you probably want to be at war.
Yeah, no glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a fantastic job. You have been waiting. It's kind of like late evening, and the supplies from Kyneton down south still have not showed up.
Okay.
It's then that servant comes rushing in. He has give me an awareness test.
Alright. I'm still impassioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a success.
Yeah, he's famously aware. Keen eyes.
He has like blood on his hands.
Okay.
It's kind of covers his hands. He's like, my lord.
Yes. He's kind of just looking over the guy, waiting for him to continue.
It seems that the supplies from Kyneton were harried from the forest, my lord. A force from the west. He says, one of the knights managed to make it here and alert us, but I don't think he'll make it, my lord.
That's the Savage. Or is it Westerly? Westerly.
This would be Savage. This would be
Yes.
Warensis. This is Kyneton.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. These are effectively supplies that would have been coming from Glevum and kind of like the slower portion of your supplies that wouldn't have moved as quickly as your armies did. So
Okay.
reinforcements, as it were.
What other possible officers do we have in the keep right now?
Most of the key officers are ahead with Nanteleod, so it'd be like a lot of more petty officer type of stuff.
Okay.
We can throw in someone random if you want. You want me to give you a name? Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
This is no random person allowed. Oh, I know why. I'm rolling on the non-GM one. Sir Alan, is not to be confused with Sir Elaine. Yeah.
Okay. The wounded knight that made it back, is he still alive or?
He's alive, my lord.
Well, I should go speak to him quickly then. And he would quickly make towards the surviving knight. He needs more information.
Okay. I'm just testing something in advance because I know this is going to come up. then I'll test. Okay, no, that's good. So you reach the knight. We'll name this knight as well. Sir Adaf.
I might need to go kill that guy.
Adaf. I'll say.
And damn.
Adaf.
He takes a minute to look over the knight for a minute. Cerdic, I need to know everything you can tell me about what happened.
It was a convoy. Just one. They came at us from the trees. An ambush. They had banners, my lord.
Describe them.
They had Lindsay banners, my lord. But that was not their heraldry. And then he describes the heraldry to you. You can give me a heraldry roll plus 8.
Okay. Impassioned yet or no? Flying, because I'm not technically in like ground.
Yeah, it's same scene. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yep.
It's a heraldry. This is a weak spot for it too. What was the base bonus that you were giving?
Plus 8.
Okay. Okay. That's a pass. I'll take it.
Okay. Trying to figure out why. There we go. It wasn't showing on the. Your roll wasn't showing on the chat here. It's described to you as a tower sitting over wavy, effectively waves. Argent, so a white tower over blue waves. And you recognize that as there were many famous knights in Uther's era that rode for that house. They were the House de Brune. Their Baron Galhot, it was his sword who struck Uther to deliver his terrible wound that crippled him for many years. That was done in a duel. The duel was Sir Argent, if you remember him. This Baron would be Sir Galhot. They call him Sir Galhot the Brown.
Bastard.
So he's apparently thrown in. Right?
Now, Galhot, before everything went to hell, many just thought he probably died because Lindsay was overrun by Saxons on their invasion down to Albans. But it appears that someone still rides for the house. Their lands would now be swallowed up by Savage.
Okay.
Now, as we bring this towards a close, my question for you is this something you're going to go track yourself and assign someone your position? What do you want to do in this?
Sir Rain, as much as he would love to go investigate that, has distinct instructions to man this, so he will most certainly send a pair of runners or messengers to notify our king, our soon-to-be High King, of what has happened, and with a description and of who apparently harried our supplies, so he's aware that Lindsay's messing with our stuff already.
Okay.
and then he would.
I'll give you this, so just to throw a curveball in it. You're assigned to the success of
That's
the
true.
supply lines. The supply lines are under threat.
That's true. Yeah.
So you could still argue that absolutely the most prudent thing you could do is stay in the castle, but there is a matter of valor and honor in this as well.
That's true, and I am famously valorous, so sitting around would not work. He would still send the runner with all the details and notify that he was going to ride out and try to track down the threat with some troops.
And maybe you assign Sir Alan as your
Alan as my replacement.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we will end
And
tonight.
give him strict orders not to open the gate for anyone short of King Nanteleod or one of the swords.
Okay. We'll end tonight. You can continue to use the passion you have in place. I want a hunting roll.
All right. Hunting roll.
Okay. As we end tonight, you manage to follow the trails using dogs that are assigned to you. I looked at the forester, by the way, a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it appears that you are also responsible for like the king's hunting stuff, his dogs, all his gear for hunting. That's kind of
that
like
makes Dog Night even more suitable, doesn't it?
yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I'll double check that, but I believe that's what the forester is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, I know. I see. Okay. You manage to track the convoy through the forest. You see an earthworks enclosure, not a very well fortified enclosure, but still advantageous ground, and basically the remnants of an old fortified hill, probably by your ancestors ages ago, or the ancestors ages ago. You see banners flown here. You see the tower over the water. And you see the banner of Lindsay. And as you kind of get within range, you see what do you have with you? Did you bring a convoy yourself? There were reports of a convoy.
It would have to be pretty close to that, but I couldn't leave the garrison underarmed either, so I would have to know how much I had.
Yeah, you succeeded at your stewardship.
Yeah.
We'll assume that you could probably have mustered some mercenaries from nearby, maybe not knights, but like sergeants and stuff, riders, huntsmen, that sort of thing.
If I could get a convoy, that'd be great without crippling the garrison. If not, then I'd take whatever I could get.
Okay, we'll assume that you have a convoy. It's only reasonable. And as you reach them, you hear the man in the front call out to you. I'll give you. I have an updated picture. I do not have it sort of ready for tonight, but I'll post his old photo. He's about 10 years older than this.
All right.
Same general idea.
Oh, hi there. That should be fun.
You see him call out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have banners of Nanteleod? Do you fly banners from Nanteleod?
I'm one of his knights, so I suppose I'd have to.
Yeah, it's in your coat of arms.
Yep.
Do you?
I don't have anything myself yet.
Yeah. He says, you have no business in these lands. Return to your western Cambria and leave them.
By instructions of my future High King, I do have reason to be here. And you have assaulted his troops.
He spits. Uther's the last High King. As far as I'm concerned, this land is good without any.
Well, me and my kind, the Swords of Nanteleod, disagree.
Then you'll go to the grave. Could I have the name of... Can I have your name, Sir Knight?
Sir Rain ap Ernan.
Sir Rain? Know that it is I, Sir Galhot, who will slay
I'm
you
aware
tonight.
of who you are.
Then enough with the words. Let us be done with it. And with that, his convoy moves to engagers.
Awesome.
And we will fade to black at that point. So. All right.
This will
Kill his, kill his butt.
I'm gonna, if Liam's still kicking around, I will drag him in at this point, just to do the outros. And
I feel bad because I only did what 4 rolls, and
You could roll more dice. You can roll whatever you want. Check it out.
you can dance.
yeah,
if you
but
want.
somebody sat there and spent points to give me a reroll.
That's
And
true.
I
You didn't
didn't
need it the
fail.
one time. You didn't
They
need
spent
it.
all those points.
Well, those can last though. Those don't go away. That's
okay.
you can't bank them, but you can bank one,
Oh, okay.
right? So keep
Well, that's
track of
good.
that, Bert. It
Hey.
remind me. Hey, so it's gonna get wonky on the cameras for a minute. We're just gonna let Liam go ahead and show us his wonderful face as we
Yes, sir.
brought him in, and we are back to normal.
Oh,
Yay!
Everything is indeed functioning again. Hello.
Awesome.
Sorry about that, fellas.
No worries. I thought I'd bring you in for the closure.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do some quick outros just to everybody. We'll start with you, Liam. You of course are more than welcome to participate in what looks like a part 3. Totally understand if you can't. We can definitely have Percy moving around in the ranks regardless.
I think I should be good for that. I do work again next Friday, but I should be home with plenty of time. So
We'll touch.
hi. Yeah,
Go ahead.
we'll keep in touch. Hi, everybody, and goodbye. I've been Liam. I'm Sir Percy. My dog's losing their mind out there. I gotta go handle them. But I had a wonderful time, despite technical difficulties, and it's fun to be able to show these fellas what a real night looks like, every once in a while.
Oh, come on. Get out of here.
Real night.
Close the stream. Close the stream.
Get him out. Who invited him?
Maybe I'll spare you all the outros this time. We'll end on that note. That sounds funny. Yeah, this group continues to meet every time. But next week, unfortunately, I am away. So I left that already on startplaying.game's schedule. That is not there. You don't have to worry about that, folks. That is accounted for. We'll be back the week after. I'm going to be at a 50th anniversary next week. Out near Jasper, which burned down. So I will be away. But it's not in Jasper, so still where we're going, it'll still be pretty nice, I imagine.
Plan.
Anyways, thanks for
Can
watching,
we get
everyone.
glory for that, by the way? I want
Yeah,
glory. Give it to me.
We will
Bye.
address glory in the final. You can't use it anyways. Can't use it anyway.
Gimme!
Yeah. accumulate your
Nothing for
individual
you.
glories, though, of course, for all the crits that happened and such, and the 10 per round that you rolled against. Again, it's a pretty big group, and we have a guest, so it is a tall order for a 2-hour game or so. But we will, even if it takes a couple more episodes, we'll be through everything. Hopefully not. Maybe we can wrap it next week. You guys made some significant progress. 3 castles siege tonight, folks. Well done. We'll bring you into, for those that went to Leicester, we'll make sure you have some opportunities to go through some fighting there as well. Hope you all had fun, and thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I'm gonna die.